Hey team, the Jordan 4 white cement is back, and I know I can't be alone in feeling like this, but it's kind of like Thanos chasing the Infinity Stones, where I've got one more to go and I've got that OG retro collection. So fine, I'll do it myself. You're watching Hide and Sneakz, and let's go and talk about it. That's right, the Jordan 4 white cement is finally back, and for many people this is the best of the OG retro colorways. Now myself, I'm a little divided if I'm more team bread or if I'm team white cement, but I do think it's fantastic that this pair is coming back, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. I myself have 3 of the 4 OG retros, so don't worry, I will be getting my hands on this and I will be doing a walkthrough of the 4 original lineup. And that said, this is such a cool pair, and it's such a cool pair because to make a white pair interesting, you either go full white and keep it clean and it looks worn out, or you do some cool accent colors. And this with the cement gray and the black accent just adds such a visual interest piece that I don't think we've quite achieved on any other Jordan 4 in a white version. So for me, this is a very cool pair to talk about, but let's not get spoilers, even though you probably heard I've already ranked this in my May upcoming release video. But let's see, is it a miss, is it a maybe, or is it a must? Starting things off with, is it a miss? Are you crazy? It is a Jordan 4 white cement. I don't care if you have every other white Jordan 4 that's ever released. This is definitely not a miss. It's a fantastic pair. Let's not even talk about it in that conversation. So moving on to is it a maybe? I don't care if you have the last release of this in an absolute tidy condition, double up, triple up, quadruple up. The Jordan 4 white cement is a fantastic pair. No brainers here guys, it is definitely a must pick up. It looks so good on foot, it's such a statement shoe, and I dare you to find a better white shoe that articulates such cool accents and balance on one pair. So for me, this is a very clear must pick up, and I'd be very surprised if anyone disagrees because it is such a cool pair. Have I said that enough? It's such a cool pair. Moving on to the vibe check. Now the vibe check is my way of looking at shoes and seeing how it compares to past releases and how the shoe can capture a similar release and look, potentially for a better price or in a better condition because it was such a long time ago that it released. Now we're talking about obviously the Jordan 4 white cement, so we're first of all going to look at it from a vibe check perspective from the last release. Now the last time we saw the white cement was way back in 2016, and I doubt many people have a white shoe that they've worn with high regularity that is still in very good condition. Look, you've got to look after your shoes and clean them up when you can, but there's only so much you can do with 10 years of wear. And besides, it's a Jordan 4. The midsole will start breaking down at that sort of age, so for a lot of people this is a great way of picking it up. And if you hadn't had the white cement, or like me, you were still trying to complete your OG retro colorway collection, this is a must pick up and solving those problems. So I think it's a great opportunity for a lot of sneakerheads to get their OG retro, finish their collection, or just capture a pair that is so good to have in your overall, not just lineup of collection, but daily rockers. As I said, it's been a bit of a while since the last release in 2016, so for a lot of us to curb our cravings, we tried to settle on a different pair, and that's where I think a lot of people found a lot of hype behind the Jordan 4 white Oreos. Now don't get me wrong, I actually rate the white Oreos really highly, and for me it's actually a pair that I've met some of my best friends in the sneaker world from. One of my friends actually doubled up on this pair, and that created a whole friendship network that had come off from that one shoe. So for me, I really rate that shoe highly. That said, it was obviously a nod, kind of a filler for this pair here, the white cements. So I think if you're trying to capture a similar look of a really good white, clean Jordan 4, this not only kind of captures a similar vibe check of that shoe, but I think levels it up a bit. So definitely, if you're chasing a pair like that, that's a great one to go for. Similarly, if you're looking for a vibe check of another white Jordan shoe, but this time less white and a combination more of white and black, I think that the white cement is actually a really good vibe check for the military black, which is funny because I would also say that the Jordan 4 military black is a great vibe check for the white cements as well. The difference is obviously that's taking inspiration of the color blocking of the military blues, which has a little bit more dominant of the accent colors, whereas the white cement uses a combination of the black and the white cement as accent colors, and I think is a bit of a softer way and kind of shows off the silhouette of the shoe a lot better. So if you're looking for a vibe check for the military blacks, because those prices have crept up too, I think this is a great way of doing that. But again, this isn't something that is retail as a great pickup. The popularity of the shoe, it will increase. So for some people, it might be a good vibe check for a cleaner, more modern pair, maybe not necessarily a solution for picking up a vibe check based on price. Up next, it's time to ask my fiance Brooklyn her thoughts on this pair and see, is it a near miss or is it a near misses? Now, she has grown quite fond of the Jordan 4s. I do know she's not a big fan of the cement look on them, so we'll see what she thinks on that. But let's see, is it a near miss or is it a near misses, and how many Purple Hearts rankings does she give it? Today we're looking at the Jordan 4 white cement. What are we thinking? Haven't done Jordan 4 in a while.
Yummy. I like this shoe. I really like this shoe. I want to know more about it to see if there's anything that might bring my rating down.
Okay, so there's nothing to bring the rating down apart from the fact I'll probably buy 3 pairs of it. But this is one of the original colorways that came with the Jordan 4. So it came 4 different colorways. You remember that pair that I bought by mistake from America? That was
talk about Bruno.
Yeah. So that was one of my OG other retro colorways.
Yeah,
it's the breed colorway.
Yeah.
So this is also part of that set.
I really like this shoe. I don't want to like this shoe, and I don't want to admit that I like this shoe, but I like this shoe. The thing I'd probably change if I seen it be is the red Jordan logo one. Kind of cool, but it takes away from the rest of the shoe, I think.
That's the only thing you praised on the Jordan 3 black cement was the red.
But there was other parts of it that it made sense. Because maybe I was just trying to find things I didn't like about the show. But this one, I think it stands out too much because everything else is kind of like muted? No? Muted. And so it just stands out too much, which takes away from the rest of the shoe. So because of that, I'm going to give it 9 Purple Hearts.
Ooh!
Yeah, if it was grey or black, like off black, that probably might be a 10. So that means overall that is a near misses. I like this shirt. This is a cool shoe. Get on board. Get excited.
Nice. Thanks, babe, for making time for the channel, and I'm so pleased you like this pair because it is such an important OG retro colorway. And let's be honest, I'll probably be picking up like 3 pairs of this anyway. So glad that you like it because you're going to be seeing it on my feet a lot. Anyway, let's move on to final thoughts and get this video to a wrap. Well, that's game time. Thank you so much for watching. I would say let me know in the comment section below will you pick up this pair, but actually I think the real question is how many of these pairs are you going to pick up? So let me know, are you going to double or triple up on this pair? Because I think we all know this is a fantastic pair and pick up. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. Hopefully next time I can see you as a proud owner of the Jordan 4 white cements and do a comparison video with this, the fire reds, the breads and the military blues. Looking forward to talking about that. Until then, see you next time.